Welcome.
What if I told you that a hidden financial crisis is happening right now, one that isn't making headlines, but is quietly destroying the wealth of millions? It's not a sudden stock market crash, nor is it a housing bubble ready to burst. This crisis is far more subtle, yet far more dangerous. Every day, an invisible force is silently eroding your savings, shrinking your purchasing power, and blocking your path to real financial freedom. You might not even notice it at first, because it works slowly, almost like a thief in the night, stealing away your hard-earned money without a sound. This is what I call silent erosion. And if you don't fully understand how it works, you're already losing ground, right now, without realizing it. Today, I'm going to expose this hidden threat and show you how to fight back before it's too late.
What is the hidden crisis?
This crisis rarely makes headlines or grabs the attention of the news. Yet, it's something you encounter every single day, without even realizing it. Think about the last time you went grocery shopping. Have you noticed how your money just doesn't stretch as far as it used to? The same $50 that filled your cart a year ago now barely covers half. That's the first sign of this hidden crisis at work. It's called inflation, but inflation is just the surface. Behind it lies a deeper, more complex problem: silent erosion of your wealth. Here's how it happens. Imagine your bank pays you 2% interest on your savings. That sounds good, right? But meanwhile, prices for everything from food to fuel are rising by 6% or more every year. What this means is that even though your money grows in the bank, it actually loses purchasing power because prices are increasing faster. You're effectively losing money without spending a dime. But it's not just inflation. Governments around the world print more money to cover budget shortfalls, flooding the economy with cash. Central banks keep interest rates extremely low to stimulate growth. The unintended consequence? Your dollars, the hard-earned cash you've worked so long to save, slowly lose their value. They quietly shrink in worth while you're none the wiser. Here's the real trap. You think you're playing it safe by keeping your money in a savings account. You avoid risk, hoping your cash will be there when you need it. But that safe approach might be the riskiest move of all. Over time, your savings don't keep pace with inflation. They lose value. For example, if you put $10,000 in the bank in 2015, today you need over $13,000 just to buy the same things. But most savings accounts haven't grown that much. Your money's buying power has quietly shrunk by thousands of dollars, year after year. That slow, steady loss is the hidden crisis nobody talks about, but everyone feels.
Who gets hurt and who profits?
The hardest hit by this silent crisis is the middle class, the backbone of every economy. They work hard, save carefully, and avoid taking big risks because they trust the system to protect their money. But here's the harsh truth: the financial system was never really built with them in mind. While the middle class plays it safe, trying to preserve what they have, the wealthy operate by a completely different set of rules. They don't just sit on cash, they use inflation to their advantage. When interest rates are low and money is cheap to borrow, the wealthy take on debt strategically. They borrow to buy assets like real estate, stocks, and businesses, things that increase in value as the cash around them loses power. So when inflation rises, their debts actually shrink in real terms. Imagine owing less money even as prices climb. At the same time, their investments grow, increasing their wealth without them having to earn more. This isn't some secret conspiracy. It's simply understanding and playing by the financial game's rules that most people have never been taught. For the middle class, that means saving money in the bank feels safe, but over time, it's a slow losing battle. For the wealthy, it's a game of growth and leverage, where inflation is not a threat but a tool to build more wealth. The gap widens, not because of luck or fraud, but because the rules are hidden, and knowledge is unequal.
Signs you're already affected.
Now, how can you tell if this hidden crisis is already affecting you? Here are some clear warning signs to watch out for. First, your income hasn't kept pace with your expenses. You might be earning the same or slightly more than before, but somehow, your bills keep growing faster than your paycheck. Second, you're saving more money than ever, but it feels like you're running in place. No matter how much you put aside, you don't see real progress. Third, you find yourself relying on debt just to maintain your lifestyle. Maybe it's credit cards, personal loans, or even payday advances, using borrowed money to cover everyday costs instead of emergencies. And fourth, the cost of basic necessities like rent, food, utilities, and transportation is rising faster than any salary increase you get. These aren't personal failures or bad money habits. Instead, they are symptoms of a system designed to quietly shift the goalposts without you noticing. The hard truth is this: if your money isn't growing faster than inflation, it's actually shrinking. Every dollar saved loses value day by day, eroding your future wealth without making a sound. This slow, invisible disappearance of your financial security, that's the real hidden crisis. It's like watching your future slip away in tiny steps you barely see, but that add up to a big loss over time.
What you can do now.
You can't control the big forces driving this hidden crisis: the government policies, inflation, or central bank decisions. But what you can control is how you respond to it. Here's a practical roadmap to protect your wealth and even grow it despite the odds. First, build an emergency fund, but don't fall into the trap of oversaving cash. Keep enough money liquid to cover 3 to 6 months of your essential expenses. This safety net will protect you against sudden shocks like job loss or unexpected bills. But holding too much cash beyond that becomes risky because inflation quietly eats away at its value every day. Second, invest in real assets that historically outperform inflation over time. Think stocks, index funds, ETFs, and real estate. These are not get-rich-quick schemes. They're steady, long-term tools that help your money grow faster than rising prices. By putting your money to work in these assets, you're fighting silent erosion head-on. Third, increase your earning power. Focus on learning skills that the market values, skills like communication, AI, finance, coding, or design. Boosting your income through new skills is more effective than just cutting expenses. Because no matter how much you save, if your earnings don't grow, you're still losing ground. Fourth, use debt strategically. Borrow only for productive purposes, like investing in education, starting or expanding a business, or other ventures that generate cash flow. Avoid debt for consumption. Using loans or credit cards to pay for lifestyle expenses will only trap you deeper in this economy. Finally, stay informed, but don't let fear control you. Knowledge isn't just power, it's protection. While many panic at headlines and economic uncertainty, you act from strategy and calm understanding. Keep learning about the financial system, inflation trends, and smart money management. This awareness will help you make better decisions and take control of your financial future.
How to empower your financial future.
The biggest danger today isn't that the financial system is rigged against you, though many believe that. The real danger is thinking you can keep playing by the old rules and still come out ahead. Because the game has changed. The wealth gap you see isn't just about how much money people earn. It's about knowledge, mindset, and the actions you take, or don't take. So here's a question for you to think about and share in the comments below. Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right, saving diligently, avoiding risks, but still somehow falling behind? Do you believe inflation and this silent erosion of your money might be why? If you want to protect your savings, grow smarter with your money, and stop being a victim of this quiet crisis, then hit subscribe right now and join thousands of others who are taking back control of their financial future. Because true financial freedom isn't just about earning more money. It's about knowing more and making your money work for you, no matter what the system throws your way.